Hey, what's up, guys? It's Gabriel Lemaine here at PAX 2016. And I'm here with
George Cochrane.
So you're lead developer of StarCrawlers. You're trying to bring back that first-person party-based group combat dynamic. Tell me a little bit about why you chose that over like a lot of the other types of more MMO-influenced things that's kind of been influencing the market with RPGs.
So we grew up playing turn-based dungeon crawls, basically. We played a lot of wizardry back in the day, unlimited adventures, things like that.
Yeah, the first Phantasy Star as well.
Absolutely, first Phantasy Star. So Legend of Grimrock sort of brought back attention to that genre, and we thought, wouldn't it be exciting if someone took that style of game and updated it with like a fresh sci-fi feel? And that's where it led to StarCrawlers.
So can you tell me a little. One thing I do like about your game is that you still have a lot of the dialogue-based actions,
sure,
where pretty much the characters that are in your party influence how combat goes, or if you can even ignore it entirely. I guess I've kind of felt a little bit heartbroken because with Fallout 4 kind of cutting that out completely,
right,
out of the way the gameplay works. Why do you choose that way?
Well, our game is really story and event heavy, and what we did is the player has complete control to make the decisions that they want to play. So they can play as good or bad. The game doesn't judge you. There's just choice and consequences. But depending on who's in your party, they're going to have opinions about how you're playing, and they're going to tell you and have conversations with each other about what you think you should do. But it's entirely up to the player to direct the combat and the game how they want it to go.
Yeah, another thing I really enjoyed is that pretty much, given that I'm hired by others to do the jobs,
right,
my payout can be altered by how I choose to do things. Like, I saw several times that you discouraged the rampant looting that is very prevalent in RPGs.
Absolutely. So part of being a crawler, which is these characters are space mercenaries, so they get paid a little bit to do their job, but they make a little money on the side by also looting everything in sight. But we want to kind of discourage that, or put a price on doing that. So you can steal these high-value items, but you're probably going to tick off the person who owns them. And that influences the game, because then they'll send people after you and spring up a bounty hunter events and things like that. So you got to strike a balance between, okay, I really need this money, but there's going to be consequences if I steal this.
Yeah, like is there kind of a mechanic where there are missions that'll be offered to you depending on each faction's likeness of you?
Absolutely. So there's 30 different factions in the game, ranging from little independent like Workers United, which is like a human rights organization, all the way to giant evil mega corporations. And you can choose to side with one or the other, and they offer different missions depending on who you gain favor with. And the person that you tick off is going to send people against you too.
Are there other things where, like, if you took off one, another one will be like, enemy is my friend, so like this guy's more valuable?
Absolutely. So part of these factions are part of bigger factions. There's a group called the UFP, which is sort of like this giant evil mega corporation. So all their people, those companies work together. And
so you're telling me that I can be rewarded for breaking up strikes and making sure union bosses are found with dead prostitutes in their beds?
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can choose to work for the giant evil megacorp, and that's actually a lucrative way to play the game, because they pay the best money, they have the best gear, you're going to have a good time, but you're going to be evil.
Oh, so doing it ethical will probably be the harder but more interesting way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what is it? Can you tell me a bit about the main character who I'm playing this through?
Sure. So there's 8 different character classes. You get to pick one starting out, and that's basically you. That's your hero character. And then you're going to recruit 7 more as time goes by.
Yeah, like I had a bit of gameplay with the healer, the hacker, and also the and also the tank character.
The soldier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like I saw like you have like a lot of options for wide area attacks or wooing enemies to your side, at least temporarily.
Yes. So the soldier is basically a combat class. He doesn't get as many options in events, but he can blow stuff up. And the hacker, in combat, she doesn't do as much damage, but she's very control-oriented. Like you saw our charming characters using nanite attacks and things like that.
All right. So when is it? When is this game be coming out?
We're in early access right now, and we're launching at the end of the year in fall.
Okay. Are there things that you're looking forward to adding to the game in the future?
Basically, all the mechanics are in at this point. We're just working on the story missions, so all the core mechanics are already there.
Are you looking towards to having options for players to design their own scenarios or factions?
That's something we want to do in probably a free update later on. I'd love to add an editor where you can design your own missions and stuff.
Because like one of the things that I like about this kind of gameplay is that it allows for players to create new environments and stuff like that on their own very easily.
That's definitely something we want to support.
Yes. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, man.
This is D/, signing off.